You are watching Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the February 18th meeting of the Trail Creek Town Council. You can find more information for this meeting by visiting www.accesslaportecounty.org.
America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Alright, good evening, everyone. Call meeting to order. Yeah, I thought I had it off. It's not coming up. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Call meeting to order. Everybody have a opportunity to peruse the minutes from last month.
The only thing I see is an error with the typo here on the second page. Mrs. Saints 2 is all run together. That is the only error I see.
Got it.
Got it.
So we'll bring that to Crystal's attention,
Yep.
and she'll have to make
Yep.
the correction.
Yep.
Other than that, I can get a motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the fund report. So nothing that stood out, nothing glaring.
No, the fund report looked okay.
Can you get a motion to approve the fund report?
Make a motion?
I'll second it.
Warren and Laura, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Payment of the bills. Thick packet this month.
The only question I have is for Crystal, on the fourth page is GoDaddy.com for $429.69, and I think this is just because it's accounts payable. I canceled that subscription because it didn't make any difference to our website. So there should be a credit for $429, but I think because this is just it's the accounts payable, I think that's on the receivables. When I talked to Julie and she said it was credited, so I'll just double check that. But that's the only thing I see on it.
I'll note that and we'll ask Crystal.
Yep.
I can get a motion to approve payment of the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of the bills.
Can I get a second? I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Don't know if there's any correspondence. I don't believe there is. MS4?
No updates, and no attorney report other than things we'll get to on the agenda.
All right, and the engineer, hold on. We do have a report from the engineer. He said that the CCMG grant has been submitted and we are awaiting a response, which might take a while. That's the only update from the engineer. Parks Department is not, Parks Department, yes.
Parks Department had a meeting after the last one, and they established they were going to only meet quarterly unless they deem it, an emergency. And we decided on the dates. I gave them to Crystal, and she published them in the newspaper. So that's all done for the year.
So yeah, so if they publish the date for the year, you don't have to
Yep.
publish them anymore.
Yep.
So that's all from the Parks
That's it.
Department? All right, thank you. Building inspector is not present. I have nothing from planning and zoning. Police department, let's see, I think Steve had said something, stand by. That'll come later. And do have a street department report. So the street department reports that the plow and dump trucks, there are no issues to report. Both dumps are set up in winter configuration. The 3/4 ton pickup trucks they have no issues, and they are both also set up for winter configuration. The loader and the Bobcat, neither of those have any issues. The leaf machine, they've identified the things that need attention on the machine, and they will be addressed prior to spring cleanup. The machine has been cleaned, winterized, and parked for the winter. Lawn machines, Coyote and Chipper. Lawn machines have been winterized and are in storage in the front garage. Coyote and Chipper have been winterized and are in cold storage for the season. The mobile Generac generator is ready for use. CCMG, the appropriate portal access and necessary accounts have been set up with the state. CCMG request has been submitted as of 24 January 2025 to the state, and we're awaiting a response. Ken is not here, so he doesn't have any additional details. Pothole repair, several potholes are beginning to develop and have been noted around the town. So several larger potholes have been addressed, and others will be as weather breaks. He spoke with Reith Riley recently, and they advised that we could get cold patch. However, we need to call ahead of time to ensure they have someone on duty to load it, as they are on limited manpower and winter work schedule. Also, the cold patch is frozen, so for us to be able to use it, we'd have to heat it with a hot box, which Trail Creek Street Department doesn't have one. Hot box is available for rental from Seal Best and South Bend, which we've done in the past. Yard waste toters and special pickup items. Borden advises that if a resident needs or wants a yard waste toter, to call them directly, not the town hall or the street department. Residents may use yard waste toters for Friday pickup throughout the year. Yard waste containers may include grass clippings. Trail Creek Street Department does not collect grass clippings. Use your toter. Leaves, yard and garden debris, small and or broken down sticks, limbs, branches, small logs, biodegradable sacks, paper bag. Yard waste toters and special pickup items. The town does not pick up appliances, furniture, tires, household debris, items, etc. Call Borden for special pickups such as these, or use the large dumpster provided to town residents located inside the gate, inside the Trail Creek Street Department side yard. Six limbs and branches has ended. All equipment has been set up for winter operations and therefore cannot be used for SLB collections. Residents are reminded to break down SLBs and use their toters for Friday pickup along with their garbage. Residents may also transport their SLBs to the LaPorte County dump during normal business hours and dump for free. Nelson Park, nothing to report. Condon, nothing new to report. And that is the street department report. NERC.
Nothing for this month.
Nothing for NERC. Thank you, Warren.
A question before you go further. Clerk treasurer is trying to sign in and said that the Zoom code isn't working. Is there anything we can help her out with?
That would be our technical operations department in the back of the room.
Do you happen to know that person's email off the top of your head?
C. Freever.
C. Freever. Sure.
Yeah,
All right, I'll go ahead and send it to them right now.
Okay.
If they check their email, it should be available for them.
All right, that's all I have on that.
Thank you. Let's see, where am I at? Okay, old business, Dan's Landscaping invoice. So we have a release and settlement agreement with Dan's Landscaping. I would like to see if we could have a motion to pay Dan's Landscaping $8,500 as a full and final payment for work on behalf of the town.
Make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I know that, I can't remember her name, hold on a second.
Oh, St. Stan.
Yes, yeah. Kristen Wozniak, I know she was gonna try to connect via Zoom this evening so she could make her presentation. I know that St. Stan's wants to hold their 5K again this year. I'm sure it's probably going to be for the same weekend. The police department had no issues. They just want to coordinate a little bit better with the street department. Can I have a motion to allow St. Stan's to hold their 2025 5K again? It'll be the same route, and they have secured the Moose again also. So if I can get a motion for that.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. So
Do
St.
you know
Stan's.
what weekend that is?
I don't, and I wish
Okay.
that she was able to log in via Zoom tonight. But obviously, I don't know if there's an issue with that or not.
I'm trying to think. It was the first weekend in June.
It usually is the first weekend in
Yeah.
June. It's
Because I think
usually-
it's the same as the Sun versus South Bend.
It is usually the first Saturday in June.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so now we have a couple ordinances.
Yeah, last year was June 1st.
It was June 1st, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually the first Saturday in June. There it is. So this will be the second reading for the Park and Recreation Ordinance 2-2025. Just read it in title only. An ordinance amending and restating Article 4, Division 2, Section 2-91, establishing a Department of Parks and Recreation and repealing all conflicting ordinances. Can I have a motion to accept this ordinance 2-2025?
Make a motion.
Second.
There's some discussion. Just want to make sure, because I know that the clerk left a note about
Yes.
a fund being established. I don't know that you need to specifically put that in, but if you were inclined just to that particular section, and could you read that off?
296.
Got it.
That you could add after that, because it will authorize the board to accept donations.
Okay, I see where it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could add a sentence that says the clerk treasurer shall establish any necessary fund in order to account for revenues and expenditures from those funds. If you were inclined to add that, now, a little more specificity. I don't think it has to be in there, but that way there'll be no doubt.
So how would that read? So I'll read this the way it is right now, and then,
And then the motion would be as added on second reading, and with the additional language in that section at the end. So there's the first sentence.
yes.
Adding a second sentence that would say, and I'll send a clean copy of this. The clerk treasurer shall establish any necessary donation fund in order to account for revenues and expenditures of any such donation funds. Or any such funds rather than donation, because I believe there's 3 different kinds, right, that are,
Except for,
So I would see the clerk treasurer shall establish any necessary donation fund in order to account for any such funds.
yeah, or you can delineate above, I don't have it in front of me, the 3, does it say donations or subsidies?
Yes, it does. So that was just what you had said to add.
That's what I'm saying, so,
So
because funds is a little bit redundant.
So I'll read section 2-96. Gifts and donations. The board may accept gifts, donations, and subsidies for park and recreation purposes. All money needs to go through the clerk treasurer. The clerk treasurer shall establish any necessary donation or
Gifts.
fund in order to account for any such funds.
Does that sound redundant to you? Because fund is that's a technical term, and then
All legally sounds redundant to me. So, as long as we're good with that, we have that added, can I get a motion to accept?
amended motion, amended second.
Okay,
I'll amend the motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So with that, this ordinance passes.
Yes.
Okay,
And you're gonna send a clean copy to
For your
Crystal,
signatures.
and we all have to come and sign it.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And just a reminder, as time is of the
Yes.
essence, because there's a grant out there, and you actually have grant writers that do not wait for the deadline, but have things done early. So, she's been waiting patiently for that, so we gotta make sure, and I'll remind Crystal too, to give everybody a reminder call to stop in.
yes. So now we have another ordinance for the police donation fund, which is also labeled 2-2025, but that is going to be corrected. So we're going to read this in title only, no motion. So an ordinance, this is ordinance, I don't know if I want to say assume,
3 unless corrected otherwise.
unless corrected otherwise, this will be ordinance 3-2025. It's an ordinance of the town of Trail Creek, LaPorte County, Indiana, to create the police donation fund.
And that's just the first read.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'll open the floor to public comment. Any public comment this evening? Seeing that there is no one in the public here in attendance, I will close that. Clerk comment. Obviously, the clerk isn't here this evening. Council comment.
Oh, not me.
No?
I'm good.
Oh, I guess I could say something.
Sure.
My wife being part of the park board, she would just like to ask as many people as they can to fill out that form for the Trail Creek Parks to see what we could do to help out with the parks as much as we can. So my wife would just like to recommend people going and filling that out. It's on Facebook. Laura also makes sure to put that also on the website. So if people could do that, that would be fantastic. So we know what people from Trail Creek actually want.
Right.
Yep.
Yes. Public input, please. Anyone else? Any other council comment? No more council comment. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We will adjourn at 7:17.
Wow.
Man.
Wow.